The Honeymooners was a beloved TV show, but it ended sooner than fans expected. Why did it come to an abrupt halt? Today, we'll uncover the real reason behind its sudden end. We will also explore what the show was about, its beloved cast and characters, and the production efforts that made it so special. Stay tuned as we reveal the untold story of why one of television's most iconic shows came to an end. The premise of The Honeymooners. The Honeymooners stands as one of the most iconic American sitcoms, making its mark in television history during its original run from 1955 to 1956. Set in Brooklyn, New York, the show centers around the everyday lives and comedic misadventures of Ralph Kramden and his wife, Alice. Ralph, a bus driver with grand dreams but limited means, is portrayed by the talented Jackie Gleason. Opposite him, playing the sharp and often sarcastic Alice, is Audrey Meadows. Together, they form a dynamic duo that captures the essence of working-class struggles in mid-20th century America. The show's charm lies in its simplicity and relatability. Ralph Kramden is the quintessential everyman, constantly concocting get-rich-quick schemes that invariably backfire, leading to humorous and sometimes poignant moments. His dreams of bettering his and Alice's lives often clash with the harsh realities of their economic situation, a theme that resonated deeply with many viewers of the time. Despite his bluster and frequent outbursts, Ralph's character is ultimately lovable, displaying a vulnerability and earnestness that endears him to the audience. Alice Kramden, on the other hand, is the steadying force in Ralph's life. Her wit and resilience provide a counterbalance to Ralph's impulsiveness. She is often the voice of reason, grounding Ralph's lofty aspirations with practicality and common sense. Their relationship, filled with affectionate bickering and mutual respect, forms the heart of the show. Alice's patience and strength shine through in every episode, making her an iconic character in her own right. Adding to the mix are the Kramdens' best friends and neighbors, Ed and Trixie Norton. Ed, played by Art Carney, works as a sewer worker and is Ralph's loyal sidekick in many of his harebrained schemes. His quirky demeanor and oddball humor complement Ralph's larger-than-life personality, creating a perfect comedic partnership. Trixie, portrayed by Joyce Randolph, offers support to Alice, often joining her in gentle mockery of their husband's antics. Each episode of The Honeymooners typically revolves around Ralph's latest idea to strike it rich or improve their lot in life, only for his plans to go hilariously awry. Whether it's investing in a dubious business venture, trying to outsmart his boss, or attempting to impress someone important, Ralph's adventures are a mix of comedy and commentary on the American dream. The show deftly portrays the trials and tribulations of blue-collar existence, highlighting both the struggles and the indomitable spirit of ordinary people. One of the most memorable aspects of The Honeymooners is its array of catchphrases that have become ingrained in popular culture. Ralph's exasperated "to the moon, Alice" and "baby, you're the greatest" are instantly recognizable and have been referenced and parodied countless times in the years since the show aired. These phrases, delivered with Gleason's impeccable timing and charisma, encapsulate the humor and affection at the core of Ralph and Alice's relationship. While The Honeymooners only aired for a single season with 39 episodes, its impact was profound and enduring. The show's humor, heart, and relatability ensured its place in television history, influencing countless sitcoms that followed. Its portrayal of working-class life, with all its hopes, dreams, and challenges, struck a chord with audiences and remains relevant to this day. Plot and notable episodes. The plot overview. At its core, The Honeymooners revolved around the daily lives and struggles of Ralph and Alice Kramden. Ralph Kramden, a bus driver for the fictional Gotham Bus Company, was known for his loud and brash personality. Despite his often overbearing nature and penchant for get-rich-quick schemes, Ralph was deeply devoted to his wife, Alice. Alice Kramden, portrayed by Audrey Meadows, was the practical and level-headed counterpart to Ralph's impulsive and sometimes unrealistic ideas. She often served as the voice of reason, grounding Ralph's larger-than-life dreams with her sensible and pragmatic approach to life. Living in the same building as the Cramdens were their best friends and neighbors, Ed and Trixie Norton. Ed Norton, played by Art Carney, was a sewer worker and Ralph's loyal sidekick. Ed often got roped into Ralph's various schemes, contributing to the show's humor with his goofy and good-natured personality. Trixie Norton, played by Joyce Randolph, was Ed's wife and a good friend to Alice. Trixie often shared in the domestic adventures and misadventures of the Cramdens. The classic 39 episodes. The Honeymooners is best known for its classic 39 episodes, which were the only ones produced as part of the standalone half-hour sitcom. These episodes have become iconic and are frequently rerun in syndication. Here's a closer look at some of the notable episodes. TV or not TV. In the premiere episode, Ralph and Norton decide to pool their money to buy a television set. Their excitement quickly turns to chaos as they navigate the shared ownership. The episode is a perfect showcase of Ralph's impulsive nature and Norton's unwavering loyalty. Funny money. Ralph accidentally receives a counterfeit $1,000 bill and tries to figure out how to handle the situation without getting into trouble. The episode highlights Ralph's desperation to improve his financial situation and the comedic lengths he goes to keep the bill a secret. The golfer. In an effort to impress his boss, Ralph pretends to be an expert golfer. He enlists Norton's help to learn the game, resulting in a chaotic and humorous golfing experience. This episode is a classic example of Ralph's overconfidence and Norton's willingness to support him. No matter how ridiculous the scheme, a woman's work is never done. Alice decides to hire a maid to help with household chores. Ralph's objections and the maid's ineptitude lead to a comedic disaster. The episode underscores the ongoing domestic tension between Ralph and Alice, with Ralph's stubbornness often clashing with Alice's practical solutions. The $99,000 answer. Ralph gets the opportunity to appear on a quiz show and spends all his time preparing for it. Despite his meticulous preparation, Ralph faces an unexpected twist during the actual game. This episode is a testament to Ralph's unwavering belief in his own knowledge and the comedic fallout when things don't go as planned. Hello, Mom. Ralph's mother-in-law comes to visit, leading to tension and comedy as Ralph tries to navigate his relationship with her. The episode explores the often strained but humorous dynamic between Ralph and his mother-in-law. The Man from Space. Ralph decides to enter a costume contest at the Raccoon Lodge's annual Halloween party. His efforts to create a unique costume lead to hilariously disastrous results. The episode is a perfect example of Ralph's creativity and determination, even when his plans go awry. Dial J for janitor. Ralph and Norton become janitors for their apartment building to earn extra money. Their attempts to manage their new responsibilities lead to a series of comedic events. The episode showcases the duo's teamwork and the humorous challenges they face in their new roles. The babysitter. Ralph and Alice's evening out is interrupted when their babysitter cancels. Ralph takes on the babysitting duties with predictably funny outcomes. This episode highlights Ralph's attempts to balance his responsibilities and his often misguided efforts to prove himself capable. A matter of record. Ralph's jealousy flares up when Alice's ex-boyfriend sends her a phonograph record. The episode explores Ralph's insecurities in a humorous yet relatable manner, showcasing his deep love for Alice despite his often brash exterior. Cast and characters. Jackie Gleason as Ralph Cramden. Jackie Gleason, born on February 26, 1916, in Brooklyn, New York, was more than just an actor. He was a multi-talented entertainer who left a lasting mark on television and film. Gleason's career took off in the early 1940s with his radio performances, but his true breakthrough came with television. He became a household name through The Jackie Gleason Show, where The Honeymooners first appeared as a recurring sketch. Gleason's portrayal of Ralph Cramden a short-tempered but big-hearted New York City bus driver, resonated with audiences for its blend of humor and humanity. Ralph Kramden, with his grand dreams and frequent blunders, became iconic, particularly for his catchphrases like, "To the moon, Alice." Gleason's performance was characterized by impeccable comedic timing and an ability to embody the everyday struggles and aspirations of the working-class man. Beyond The Honeymooners, Gleason showcased his versatility in films such as The Hustler, 1961, where he played Minnesota Fats, and the popular Smokey and the Bandit series, starting in 1977. Gleason's larger-than-life personality and talent in comedy, drama, and even music composition made him a revered figure in entertainment. Jackie Gleason passed away on June 24, 1987, but his legacy continues to influence comedians and actors. Audrey Meadows as Alice Kramden. Audrey Meadows, born Audrey Cotter on February 8, 1922, in New York City, is best remembered for her role as Alice Kramden, Ralph's sharp-witted and patient wife on The Honeymooners. Meadows' career began in the early 1950s with various television roles, but it was her portrayal of Alice that cemented her place in television history. Alice Kramden was the perfect counterbalance to Ralph's bombastic personality. Meadows played Alice with a mix of patience, sarcasm, and resilience, making her a beloved character. Meadows' performance earned her an Emmy Award, a testament to her skill and the impact she had on audiences. After The Honeymooners, Meadows continued to appear in television shows such as The Red Skelton Hour and The United States Steel Hour. Outside of acting, she was a director at the First National Bank of Denver and an advisory director for Continental Airlines. In her memoir, Love, Alice, My Life as a Honeymooner, she shared insights into her life and career, highlighting her significant contributions to television. Audrey Meadows passed away on February 3, 1996, but her role as Alice Kramden remains a cornerstone of classic TV comedy. Art Carney as Ed Norton. Art Carney, born Arthur William Matthew Carney on November 4, 1918, in Mount Vernon, New York, was a versatile performer who brought the character of Ed Norton to life. Norton, Ralph's best friend and upstairs neighbor, was a sewer worker with a unique blend of physical comedy and quirky mannerisms. Carney's background in radio and his transition to television and film allowed him to create a memorable and enduring character. Carney's performance as Norton won him multiple Emmy Awards, showcasing his talent in comedic acting. His career extended far beyond The Honeymooners, with notable appearances in The Twilight Zone and the film Harry and Tonto, 1974, for which he won an Academy Award for Best Actor. Carney's ability to seamlessly transition between comedy and drama made him a respected figure in the entertainment industry. He passed away on November 9, 2003, leaving behind a legacy of diverse and impactful performances. Joyce Randolph as Trixie Norton. Joyce Randolph, born Joyce Cirola on October 21, 1924, in Detroit, Michigan, played Trixie Norton, the sophisticated former burlesque dancer and wife of Ed Norton. Trixie's character, although appearing less frequently than the main trio, added an essential dynamic to the show with her contrasting background and elegance. Randolph's acting career began in the late 1940s, and she joined the cast of The Honeymooners in 1951. While her role was smaller, Randolph's portrayal of Trixie provided a necessary balance to the group, bringing a touch of glamour and poise. After The Honeymooners, she continued to act in theater and made occasional television appearances, maintaining a lower profile compared to her co-stars. Despite this, her contribution to the show was significant, and she remains an integral part of its legacy. The dynamic of The Honeymooners cast. Together, Jackie Gleason, Audrey Meadows, Art Carney, and Joyce Randolph created a timeless and beloved show that has endured for decades. Their unique performances and the chemistry between their characters made The Honeymooners a classic, influencing countless sitcoms and comedians. Each actor brought something special to their roles, creating a perfect blend of comedy and relatability that continues to captivate audiences. History and production. Development and origins. 1951–1955. The Honeymooners began its journey in 1951 on the Dumont television network's Cavalcade of Stars. It started as a series of comedy sketches created by and starring Jackie Gleason. Gleason played Ralph Cramden, a loud and boisterous bus driver living in Brooklyn. The character quickly became a hit with audiences, leading to the idea of developing a standalone sitcom based on these sketches. Originally, Pert Kelton played Ralph's wife, Alice Cramden. However, during the Red Scare, Kelton was blacklisted, forcing the production to recast her role. Audrey Meadows stepped in as Alice, and her chemistry with Gleason added a new dynamic to the show. Joyce Randolph joined the cast as Trixie Norton, the wife of Ralph's best friend, Ed Norton. These characters formed the core of The Honeymooners, creating a relatable and humorous portrayal of working-class life in New York City. Transition to a sitcom, 1955–1956. In 1955, CBS picked up The Honeymooners for a full half-hour sitcom format. This marked a significant transition for the show, moving from sketch format to a continuous storyline. The show was produced by Jack Philbin and filmed live in front of a studio audience at the Adelphi Theater in New York City. The production schedule was incredibly demanding. The team had to produce 39 episodes in just one season. This tight schedule required rigorous rehearsals and a live performance every Saturday. Despite these challenges, the cast and crew maintained high production standards, contributing to the show's success. Production techniques and challenges. The Honeymooners was notable for its meticulous production techniques. Despite the tight filming schedule, each episode was crafted with great attention to detail. Jackie Gleason's approach to rehearsals was unconventional. He preferred minimal rehearsals to keep the performances spontaneous and fresh. This method sometimes created challenges for the cast, but it also added a unique energy to the show that resonated with audiences. The show was filmed live, which meant that any mistakes made during the performance were seen by the audience. This added pressure on the cast and crew to deliver flawless performances. The live audience also brought an immediate response to the actors' performances, creating an interactive and vibrant atmosphere. Influence. The Honeymooners set a new standard for sitcom production in its era. Its depiction of working-class life, combined with relatable characters and comedic struggles, made it a blueprint for many future sitcoms. The show's influence is evident in numerous television series that followed, drawing inspiration from its innovative production techniques and storytelling. Despite the logistical and creative challenges, The Honeymooners remains a landmark in television history. It is celebrated for its enduring appeal and the groundbreaking methods it introduced to sitcom production. The show's legacy continues to influence and inspire modern television, proving the timeless nature of its humor and characters. The real reason why The Honeymooners came to an end. Jackie Gleason's vision. Jackie Gleason, the charismatic star and creative force behind The Honeymooners, had a clear vision for the show. Gleason's talent and humor brought life to Ralph Cramden, making him a beloved character on American television. However, Gleason's drive for perfection was a double-edged sword. Despite the show's immense popularity, Gleason felt that the creative well was drying up. He feared that stretching the series beyond its natural life would degrade its quality. He famously said, "We were running out of ideas. I didn't want to denigrate them by forcing scenes that didn't mean anything." Gleason's commitment to maintaining high standards was a crucial factor in his decision to end The Honeymooners after just one season. The grueling production schedule. The production of The Honeymooners was a massive undertaking. Producing 39 episodes in a single season was an extraordinary feat, especially given the technological and logistical constraints of the 1950s. Gleason's insistence on a strict one-take rule added to the pressure. Unlike many other shows of the time where multiple takes were common to get scenes just right, The Honeymooners often had to nail it on the first try. This approach saved time but increased stress levels for the cast and crew. Audrey Meadows, who played Alice Cramden, found the minimal rehearsal time particularly challenging. The pressure was so intense that it often brought her to tears. To manage this, she and her fellow cast members took it upon themselves to rehearse extensively in their own time. The demands of live television. In the 1950s, live television was the norm, and this brought its own set of challenges. Every episode of The Honeymooners was essentially a live performance, with all the risks and pressures that entailed. There was no room for error, and the cast had to deliver flawless performances in front of a live audience. This demanding format took a toll on everyone involved, especially Gleason, who was deeply involved in every aspect of production. From writing scripts to performing, Gleason's hands-on approach ensured high-quality episodes, but also led to significant exhaustion. The stress of maintaining such a high level of output week after week was another reason why Gleason decided to call it quits after one season. Financial considerations. While The Honeymooners was undeniably popular, financial factors also played a role in its premature ending. The cost of producing the show was substantial, particularly because Gleason refused to compromise on quality. High production values meant high expenses, and despite the show's success, profitability was not guaranteed. The financial strain of keeping the show running, combined with the other challenges, made it clear that continuing would be risky. Gleason and the network had to weigh the costs against the benefits, and ultimately they decided it was best to end the show while it was still beloved by audiences. Revival in the 1960s. In the 1960s, The Honeymooners made a significant comeback as part of The Jackie Gleason Show. The revival took place from 1966 to 1970, presenting the beloved characters in a new format that featured hour-long musical episodes. These episodes, known as The Color Honeymooners, brought a fresh twist to the original show by incorporating musical numbers while retaining the familiar dynamic between the characters. Jackie Gleason, Art Carney, and Audrey Meadows returned to their iconic roles as Ralph Cramden, Ed Norton, and Alice Cramden, respectively. However, there was a change in the cast, with Sheila McRae taking over the role of Trixie Norton, previously played by Joyce Randolph. The format of The Color Honeymooners. The Color Honeymooners episodes were not just a continuation of the original sitcom, but were reimagined as hour-long specials that combined comedy with musical performances. This new format allowed for a more elaborate production, with lavish sets and choreography that added a different dimension to the show. Despite the changes, the core elements that made The Honeymooners popular were still present. The humorous yet heartfelt interactions between Ralph, Ed, Alice, and Trixie continued to resonate with audiences, ensuring that the revival maintained the charm of the original series. Challenges and successes. Reviving The Honeymooners presented both challenges and opportunities. On the one hand, there was the challenge of staying true to the original while also offering something new to the audience. On the other hand, the revival provided an opportunity to showcase the talents of the cast in a different format. Jackie Gleason, known for his multifaceted abilities as a comedian, actor, and musician, was able to leverage these talents to create a show that was both entertaining and innovative. The musical numbers added a layer of sophistication and variety that appealed to both old fans and new viewers. The reception to The Color Honeymooners was generally positive. Fans appreciated the return of their favorite characters and enjoyed the new musical elements. The revival was successful enough to run for 4 years, a testament to the enduring appeal of the show and its characters. Moreover, this period cemented The Honeymooners as a timeless piece of American television, influencing future revivals and adaptations. The 1976 revival. In 1976, Jackie Gleason decided to bring back The Honeymooners once again. This time, it was in the form of 4 one-hour specials that were filmed in Miami Beach and broadcast on ABC. The specials featured the original cast members, including Gleason, Carney, and Meadows, reprising their roles. The new series of specials aimed to rekindle the magic of the original show while introducing fresh storylines that would engage both old and new audiences. The choice of Miami Beach as the filming location for the 1976 revival was significant. Jackie Gleason had moved his base of operations to Miami Beach in the early 1960s, and the city had become closely associated with his television work. Filming the Honeymooners specials in this vibrant and sunny locale added a new visual appeal to the series. The backdrop of Miami Beach provided a contrast to the original Brooklyn setting, giving the show a refreshed look while maintaining its comedic essence. The 1976 specials introduced new storylines that continued to explore the everyday lives and dreams of Ralph and Alice Cramden and their friends Ed and Trixie Norton. These specials retained the core humor and character dynamics that had made the original show a hit. The specials tackled contemporary issues of the time, adding a layer of relevance to the beloved characters. The humor remained rooted in the relatable struggles and aspirations of the working-class Cramdens and their best friends, the Nortons. The 1976 revival was met with enthusiasm by fans who were delighted to see the return of their favorite characters. The specials were well received, demonstrating that the Honeymooners still had a place in the hearts of viewers. This period solidified the show's status as a cultural touchstone, with its influence extending beyond its original run and into the broader landscape of American entertainment. Further revivals and adaptations. The success of the 1960s and 1970s revivals paved the way for further adaptations of The Honeymooners. The show's enduring popularity led to various stage adaptations, including a Broadway musical. These adaptations aimed to capture the spirit of the original while bringing the story to new audiences. Additionally, The Honeymooners inspired numerous homages and references in other television shows and media, highlighting its lasting impact on American pop culture. The 2005 feature film. One of the most notable adaptations of The Honeymooners came in 2005 with the release of a feature film. This modern adaptation starred Cedric the Entertainer as Ralph Cramden, Mike Epps as Ed Norton, Gabrielle Union as Alice Cramden, and Regina Hall as Trixie Norton. The film aimed to update the story for contemporary audiences while preserving the core elements that made the original series beloved. It was an attempt to introduce The Honeymooners to a new generation while paying homage to its legacy. The 2005 film took creative liberties to modernize the characters and settings. Ralph Cramden, originally portrayed as a bus driver with grand dreams, was reimagined in a contemporary context, facing modern-day challenges. The dynamic between Ralph and Alice, as well as the friendship between Ralph and Ed, remained central to the story. The film aimed to strike a balance between nostalgia and relevance, ensuring that it appealed to both longtime fans and newcomers. The reception of the 2005 film was mixed. While some fans appreciated the effort to bring The Honeymooners to a new audience, others felt that the essence of the original series was lost in the modern adaptation. Critics had varying opinions, with some praising the performances of the cast, while others were critical of the film's execution. Despite the mixed reviews, the film underscored the lasting legacy of The Honeymooners and its continued relevance in popular culture.